This is Swords to Plowshares Belltower, and we dedicated it in 2014. So we wanted to do something that we felt was really needed to give people a chance to bear witness to all the costs of war, and not only the combatants, people who aren't on the Vietnam Wall who've died of Agent Orange, the civilians, the broken families, the people who just came back not the same. Really just invite anybody who comes along who has something to bear witness to how they have been affected by war to make an inscription.
So I write about my dad and his life in Vietnam. He was a child during the Vietnam War, and he'd been raped because he was living on the street. I think that's a very sad part of the war also, is that there is guns, but there are also lives. You're just breaking lives at the same time.
We're hoping just to have people have a better understanding about how it affects families and everything else.
I made a plaque up here several years ago in honor of the victims of Kent State who were killed on May 4th of 1970 by National Guard's troops. I was very critically injured in Vietnam on May 6, 1970. I remember hearing about the news of the massacre on Armed Forces radio in my bunker in Vietnam. I sat there and had tears dripping down my face. Those 4 people who were killed, as well as the 9 who were injured that day, are just as much victims of war and military aggression as the people in Vietnam whom we killed.
To mark the 2014 centennial of World War I and semi-centennial of the Vietnam War, Veterans for Peace dedicate this monument to all victims and veterans of war, without regard to race, faith, or nationality. To those who find no comfort in the glorification of war. To those who struggle for healing and peace. We ring the bell to mourn the dead of all nations, to call for an end to the waste of war, to spare others its horrors.